All right, today we are going to talk about solutions to linear equations. We've been talking a whole lot about, this is page 56. And this page is front and back, so we're going to write 56F for front. Now, solutions to linear equations is our topic today. We've been talking a whole lot about linear equations, and we know that in 8th grade linear equations are looking like y equals mx plus b. Remember, we call that slope-intercept form because you can see the slope and the y-intercept. Now, a solution to a linear equation is any ordered pair that lies on the line. So if you're looking at this graph here, this is the line. So something like this would be a solution. Something like this would not be a solution because it is not on the line. Even something like this is a solution. It's on the line, it's just not one of those perfect points, the targets or the crosshairs. It doesn't go over a crisscross. So this is not is not a solution. But these are solutions. So today our goal is to first write the equation of the line. And after we do that, we're going to fill out a table with some of its solutions. So since this is a straight line, I know that this is a linear equation. And I know that the linear equations we see in 8th grade look like y equals mx plus b. M, remember, is the slope. And b is the y-intercept. Sorry. B is the y-intercept. To find the y-intercept, we're tracing the y-axis until we're on the line, which is right here. Now that y value, this is 0, is down 1, so that y value is negative 1. To find slope, we need 2 perfect points. So there's one target perfect point. Here's another. There's some down here. There's a ton on the line. We just need any 2. Once we have those 2 perfect points, we're going to use positive or negative rise over run. I'm just going to use this one and this one. That would be the same slope as if we had used those 2 ordered pairs, which is the same slope as if you used these 2 ordered pairs. I'm going to use those 2, so I'm using this triangle. The rise goes up and down, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The rise is 9. The run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, for the sign, pencil is pointing to the right. On the slant, this pencil goes up, so this is positive. So our slope is positive 9 over 6. To reduce that, we type in 9 divided by 6 on our calculators, and then we hit math, enter, enter. My favorite 3 words. Okay. And after you do that, you see that the slope reduces to 3 halves. This is positive 3 halves. We have the slope, we have the y-intercept, so now I can write the linear equation. When I'm writing the linear equation, I have y equals, instead of m, I write 3 halves, x, instead of plus b, I'm writing minus 1. That's the linear equation. I want to find some solutions to this linear equation. So that's anything that is on this line. I'm going to find some specific solutions. I'm going to look at when x is 0, when x is 4, and when x is 8. When x is 0, the x-axis goes side to side, so here's 0. At x equals 0, you have to go down to find the y value on the line. So this is the ordered pair on that line that has a value of x equals 0. The y value of that is -1. So the ordered pair is 0, -1. That means that whenever x is equal to 0, this y value is a -1. Looking at when x is 4, so side to side, I know I have to go to the right 4 times to find the x value because this is positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm starting here, and I know I have to go up to reach to the line. I have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So the y value in x is 4 is 5. So whenever x is 4, the y value would be 5 if you had solved the equation. Now let's look at when x is equal to 8. We're going to the right because it's positive 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I know I'm on this line. To find this, the point where x is equal to 8 on this line, that would be right here. And that has a y value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That would mean that whenever x is equal to 8, y is equal to 11. Okay, let's look at the next example. I want to find the linear equation of the line, and then I want to find some solutions. It should be noted that these aren't going to be all of the solutions on the line. You have a ton of solutions all over this line. We're just going to find these 3. But first I need the linear equation. Linear equations in 8th grade look like y equals mx plus b. I need to find m and b. B is the y-intercept, so we trace the y-axis until we're on the line, which is right here. The y value there is 0. Now I'm ready to find the slope, or m. There's a perfect point here and also here. Using these 2 perfect points, I can find the slope, which is positive or negative, rise over run. Pencil's right, on the slant, this pencil points down, so the slope is negative. The rise is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the run is 1, 2. So the slope is -8 over 2, which can be reduced. You're going to type in -8 divided by 2, math enter, and you find that that is -4. Your slope is -4. Now that we have the slope and we have the y-intercept, we can write the linear equation. So the linear equation is going to be y equals, instead of m, we're writing -4 times x. And then instead of plus b, we'd write plus 0. Plus 0 doesn't change the value, so we're going to leave that off of our equation. And we're only going to write y equals -4x. Now that I have the linear equation, I can start finding some solutions. To find some solutions, we're going to look on our graph. Our first solution needs to be when x is -3. Remember, x is the side-to-side axis. We're going to go left 3 times. Here is x equals -3. To find the y value, follow that all the way up until you hit the line. Now you want to know the y value of that ordered pair, because this ordered pair has an x value of -3. The y value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, because it went up 12 times. That means that in the linear equation, y equals -4x, whenever x is -3, y should be 12. Well, -4 times -3 is +12, which does equal +12. So you see that this solution makes this equation true. Now I want the y value when x is 0. When x is 0, we're right here. And give me 1 second. Sorry, there was a knock at the door. So here is x equals 0, and we're already on the line, so the y value is also 0. Now looking at x equals 1, here's x equals 1. I want to find where x equals 1 on this line, so I follow x equals 1 until I'm on the line, which is right here. Now that y value is down 1, 2, 3, 4. The y value is -4. So again, that just means the equation y equals -4x will be true when x is 1, y should be -4. Well, -4 times 1 is -4. -4 equals -4. The next thing I want you guys to just kind of notice, the y-intercept is 0. So when the y value is 0, I know that this is the y-intercept's ordered pair. Notice that the x value is 0. So at the y-intercept, x is equal to 0. Look in that first example that we did. I know that the y-intercept is -1. Here's the y value of -1. So this is the ordered pair for the y-intercept. And notice that the x value is 0 here. So at the y-intercept, x is equal to 0 again. That's because when you are on the y-axis, that's where your y-intercept is. If you're on the y-axis, you're not going to the right, so you're not positive, and you're not going to the left, so you're not negative. You're just equal to 0 for your x value going side to side. So on the y-axis, your x value is 0, which means your y-intercept always has an x value of 0. I just thought I'd point that out to you guys. Now that is all the examples on the front of this page, so flip over to the back. Now this is page 56B. And again, we're going to start out by finding the linear equation of this line, which means we need y equals mx plus b. That's the equation we're trying to write. So we need to replace m the slope with a number, and I need to replace b, the y-intercept, with a number. To find the y-intercept, we're going to trace the y-axis until we find the line, which is right here. That's the point 0, 0. The y-intercept and is 0. The y value there is 0, so our y-intercept is 0. To find slope, I need another perfect point, and there's a ton of perfect points on this line. I'm going to use this one here. So I'm using these two, draw the right triangle between them, and slope is positive or negative, rise over run. Pencil's pointing to the right, pencil on the slant. This line goes up, so the slope is positive. The rise is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the rise is 4. Give me one more second. We were saying the rise is 4. Now the run that's going side to side is 1, 2, 3, 4. So my slope is positive 4 over 4. 4 over 4 is 1. So our slope is 1. Now that I know the slope and I know the y-intercept, I can write the slope-intercept form of the linear equation. So I have y equals, instead of m, we're writing 1, x, instead of plus b, we're writing plus 0. I don't really have to write plus 0 because adding 0 doesn't change the value. Likewise, multiplying by 1 doesn't change the value. If I take that 1 away, this still says y equals 1x. So we don't have to write the 1. So the linear equation is y equals x. Now let's find the solutions for when x is negative 8, negative 4, and negative 2. For x to be negative 8, we're going to, on the x-axis, side to side, go left 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I need to go all the way down until I hit the line, which is right here. So that's the solution. Now I need the y value of that ordered pair, which is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8. I was counting down 8 times, so this is negative 8. Looking at my next ordered pair, x is at negative 4, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, to the left 4 times. Follow that until we're on the line. That has a y value, that's what I'm looking for now. The y value is negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. At my next solution, I need x to be negative 2. Negative 2. Follow that until we're on the line. That has a y value of negative 2. This little pattern here makes sense because we know that y is equal to x, which means whatever y is, x is the same thing. Or whatever x is, y is the same thing. So again, you see that all of these solutions, one, are on this line, but also make this equation true. Looking at the last example in our notes, we want to first find the linear equation, y equals mx plus b. So I need to know what the y-intercept is, and I need to know what the slope is. To find the y-intercept, trace the y-axis until we're on the line, which is right there. So that's negative 1, negative 2. The y-intercept then is negative 2. To find slope, I need another perfect point. I see one right here. Draw a triangle. Remember that slope is positive or negative, rise over run. The rise is going up and down, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The run goes side to side, that's 1, 2. I haven't picked a sign yet. Pencils go pointing to the right. Put it on the slanted line. and my pencil's pointing down, so this is negative. So the slope is negative 8 over 2, which reduces to negative 4. Now that I have the slope and the y-intercept, I can write the linear equation in slope-intercept form. So y equals negative 4 times x. Instead of plus b, we're going to write minus 2. That's one little portion. Now I'm ready to start finding the solutions. I need x to be negative 2. So negative 1, negative 2. Follow that until we're at the line. That went up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, so the y value is 5. This ordered pair is negative 2, 5. Negative 2 x value, positive 5 y value. Remember, that would mean that whenever x is negative 2, after you solve this side of the equation, y would be positive 5. Okay, looking at the next ordered pair, negative 1. Here's negative 1, and we're going up until we're at the line, right there. That has a y value of 2. Okay, yes, sorry. That has a y value of 2, so the ordered pair would be negative 1, 2. Negative 1, 2 gets us to that ordered pair. The next solution needs to have an x value of positive 1. So here's positive 1, and I need to follow that line, this line here, until I'm down on the line right there. Okay, and that has a y value of down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since it's down 6, that would be a negative 6 y value. Or the ordered pair is negative 1, positive 1, negative 6. Okay. If you have questions about this page of notes, feel free to message me on Schoology or drop a comment on this video, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can for that. This is your homework. Your homework will be page 57F. I know the lines are kind of hard to see on your paper because they're small. If you are on Schoology, you can zoom in and see a better picture of that. Again, if you have questions, please feel free to message me on Schoology.